Hi and welcome to Mindpods Release Wait Now. Stop waiting, start choosing. Audio number 3, Regaining Control.
Regaining control is a process you can now master, having listened to Audio 1, letting go of old patterns, and Audio 2, becoming aware. And because as you are learning what it feels like to notice yourself, noticing yourself, becoming more and more aware, allowing yourself to feel increasingly comfortable in your own skin more and more, because you can now respond in new and beneficial ways as you start becoming intrigued by exactly how you may begin to regain control in a variety of ways, and how you can learn to do this more and more easily, while all of your amazing mind power continues to transform you, accessing those deeper and deeper parts of you that make learning fun and transformations easy.
So as before, only listen to this program in a safe environment where you can relax and remain undisturbed for the next space of time. You can relax and allow your unconscious mind to lead you as you follow our suggestions, because your unconscious mind will remember certain useful ideas and your unconscious will keep all the rest of it safe.
So sit comfortably now, or lie down in a comfortable position and become aware of your breathing again. And as you become fully absorbed in your own experience on the inside, close your eyes now and begin the journey of transformation. When you're finished, you'll feel refreshed, invigorated, and transformed by your regaining control as you continue to make new healthy choices easily, and you'll be ready for your continuing enjoyment of your own ability to eat when you're genuinely hungry, and pause or stop when your body has had enough is enough.
When we create or experience a movement within our mind, when you feel that you can do something that you didn't believe was possible before, your life can take on a whole new direction. New meanings emerge, almost as if you feel more alive and more capable in each and every way, and the things you thought you couldn't do in the past, and any difficulties you might face in the future too, can all now be viewed as stepping stones to greater success. We don't have to get things perfect, but we have to remember we're always learning many things every day, and sometimes we can think we know enough and stop learning for a while, but you've been learning new things about you and your capabilities, and now you can continue to eat in healthy ways which make you feel good, that suit your body and your mind, because you have no desire to ingest unhealthy, sugary, fatty, greasy lumps of congealed gunk. Ugh.
I remember a lady once who could not stop eating chocolate. She said it was like the chocolate had taken control over her. She felt compelled to eat it. I wondered how this had happened. I mean, really, how can chocolate force itself upon a person? I had this funny vision of a piece of chocolate suddenly becoming really demanding, forcing itself upon this person, so it would be eaten. I shared my vision with this lady and she grinned and agreed it sounded funny, but in truth, that is what she understood in her mind, until she discovered that she had a choice. She realized that chocolate had no actual control over her whatsoever. She had chosen to eat chocolate, and the moment she realized this, she regained control, and she could now choose. She could say no, and she felt completely okay with her decision.
Sometimes it's just about reminding ourselves that we can regain control, take control, because we are in control. It's just sometimes we forget. This reminds me of when one of my daughters was smaller. She liked getting her own way very much, as most small children do. I guess I have to admit to wanting to and liking being able to get my own way when I was younger, and I bet you can recall yourself wanting to have your own way in the past. As adults, we have to take a caring role and teach our children that it isn't always a good thing to always give in to our desires.
This is all part of growing and developing, realizing sometimes that we have to say no, because saying no can sometimes be the right thing to do. Saying no can often be the very best, most caring thing to do. So, in one way, all that eating certain foods that are sugary or fatty or greasy might have been part of an old habit of not denying herself, a funny little game of supposedly treating herself. But in truth, it wasn't a treat. It was a punishment to have filled your body with sugary, fatty, greasy lumps of congealed gunk that caused you to be overweight. Yuck.
As you rest here now, free from that past, free to regain control, free to feel good about your choosing healthy options for you now, more and more often you can now realize you can, now realize you can. Let go.
Let go now.
Let go now of old habits.
You have done this so many times already in your life, mastering and changing. Maybe an old driving habit, or the way you used to speak to people.
Sometimes it's just a matter of getting to that point and saying, this is the end of the line for me. I can say no, and knowing that you're in control because you are, aren't you? Of course you are, because you always have a choice, and you now choose to be choosy about what you put into your body, because your body is precious. It's a precious physical plant in which you experience life. It's your job to protect it, to nurture it, and embark upon a loving and kind relationship between you and your body, accepting that things need to change.
And when you change what you do, your body will adjust in a way that lets you be slim and feel better in many ways, now and continuing into the future.
I think it's useful to get curious about why it's important for you to change your body, change your relationship with food. As you rest here now, you can think about what are your reasons for your making these changes.
And as you think about these changes, each and every time you begin to eat, you will be focused and determined and making choices that lead you to feeling good, feeling healthy, being healthy. And it feels easy to do so, really easy. Healthy, life-giving food is what you desire, and you can even begin to notice yourself feeling repelled by unhealthy, greasy, fatty, sugary lumps of congealed gunk. Yuck.
Just for a moment, imagine a table, and imagine filling this table with greasy, fatty, sugary, starchy foods and drinks, Imagine that you're piling this table really high with greasy, fatty, sugary, starchy foods and drinks. Imagine that fat becoming solid like the grease of a frying pan after frying 20 sausages, when they've been left there for a while. Now, don't imagine that too vividly. That congealed gunk, thick and gloopy under your nose, ready to be gulped down. Yuck.
For a moment or two, you may feel increasingly uncomfortable as you imagine seeing that unhealthy you eating all this gunk. Imagine that you continue eating that gunk for the next 5 years. Imagine that you become 3 times bigger than you are now, feeling worse and worse, feeling heavier and heavier.
You don't want that.
You really don't want that.
There's a fork in the road.
A point of departure.
Down that unhealthy lane.
Turn away from that.
Or
take a breath.
Instead,
take a new, lighter breath.
Take this new direction. This lighter, healthier, more energized track.
This is the right track.
This new, healthier track is for you.
Get back on track.
Right on track.
Regain control.
Of your life.
Of your mind.
Of your body.
Regain control now.
As you make this decision now, you cut away that unhealthy direction you are leaving behind.
As you leave behind that unhealthy road,
you can let go of that unhealthy period of your life for good.
Instead, now you can create a new, clear, clean table and fill this table with healthy, life-giving, nurturing, energizing, enjoyable food that makes you feel good, food that pleases your body, food that pleases your mind, food that lets you feel good, feel lighter, be lighter, feel leaner, be leaner, feel positive in mind and in body.
Food gives you good energy. Each and every time you eat, you'll select food from this table without thinking about it. Fill this table now with fruits, vegetables, beans, pulses, light, healthy, life-giving food, other proteins that you enjoy, water, lots of water, because water can taste great and it can make you feel full and satisfied, refreshed and energized, and light and strong. Each and every time you're about to begin to eat, you'll always drink water before each meal. This helps you further connect with your body and your bodily needs.
It might not be until later that you realize that you are more in control and more mindful, that you are regaining control, and you will become interested in new things and less interested in wasting food on your waist. You will eat when you're genuinely hungry, and you will stop when you're satisfied. And as each day passes by, you will become surprised about how soon the time for meals comes around, because for the rest of the time you will just forget about food.
That's right.
That's right, because it's not as important to you as it once was.
Because you are right on track now. You are regaining control, and you are able to do this now easily, effortlessly for good.
And so, I'd like to invite your unconscious mind to decide what's useful for your conscious mind, can remember certain things said here that are useful. And I'd like to invite your unconscious mind to discard any ideas that aren't helpful now. And I'd like to invite your unconscious mind to keep all the rest of it safe. And you can decide to remember to forget certain things, or forget to remember certain things. Whichever way round is fine. The most important thing is your unconscious knows how to take care of you and keep all the important information safe within you now and continuing into the future too.
And so now, as you begin to become aware of the rise and fall of your chest, as you're beginning to surface a little at first, and now you're surfacing more and more. So I'd invite you to experience a certain curiosity about what might be different already now, as you become more aware of the outside, and you can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Open your eyes, stretch your limbs and come back to the here and now. Take in your surroundings and begin to feel refreshed, rejuvenated, invigorated as you begin to feel your body and mind wake up. And as you get ready for the next bit of your adventure, you can prepare yourself now to reach full alertness and vitality, becoming even more curious all of the time about just how things are different already.
And it's worth remembering as you go about your life in complete confidence that your unconscious mind, your deep inner mind, is doing all the work for you, updating your body-mind system in amazing ways. And you may want to listen to part 3 several times. We recommend between 5 and 7 times so that you can be sure that you have learned what you need to learn here now.
So you can let go and relax in the knowledge that your deeper unconscious mind will continue to support these changes, directing your conscious attention to things that are important and necessary and healthy.
And it may be useful to consider the possibility that you may already now have far more control and far more ability to choose healthily now and into the continuing future too, and for good.
So until next time, thanks for listening.